Right, here we go. It's Friday night. It's 7 o'clock. And we're back doing a live. And I'm just sharing that into my group. So, here we go. 7 p.m. on a Friday night. And where are we? We're in the office. And I just want to share something with you that I shared a little bit of this morning, but I'm just going to go into it in a little bit more detail. And it's chapter 6 of a brilliant book called As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. It's a tiny thin book. It's a tiny thin book, but it's got so much wisdom in it. It really is a brilliant book. If you manage to get hold of a copy, get a copy of it and have a really good read and study it, because there's just so much information in here. What we're looking at today is chapter 6, which is visions and ideals. And it starts off by saying the dreamers are the saviours of the world. As the visible world is sustained by the invisible, so men through all their trials and sins and sordid vocations are nourished by the beautiful visions of their solitary dreamers. Humanity cannot forget its dreamers. It cannot let their ideals fade and die. It lives in them. It knows them in the realities which it shall one day see and know. So what's this talking about? It's talking about all the people that have got vision are the ones that are creating things. Cast your mind back through what you've learned through history. Cast your mind back to the people of vision. The people like Wilbur and Orville Wright, who had this vision that we would be able to fly, we'd have powered flight, and they were the first ones to create powered flight. Imagine the vision of John F. Kennedy when he said, what's it going to take to fly man to the moon safely, land on the moon and get them back safely? And the man who answered that, Dr. Werner von Braun, he said, all it's going to take is the will. Just the will. In other words, the belief that you can do it, the desire to get it done. So they were visionaries. We've also got people that are architects, are visionaries, creating wonderful buildings, sculptors, painters, musicians, poets. All these people are creating stuff, okay? And without them, the world is going to be pretty flat, isn't it? But I want you to look back at yourself and what difference can you make to the world? What visions do you have? What visions have you had that you might have let up on? Or are there still some visions in there, some ideals that you really want to achieve that you've not given up on yet? Okay, it's okay to let them go for a wee while, but don't give up on them forever, because we can really achieve great things. You can achieve far, far more than you actually give yourself credit for. And the great thing about having visions and having these ideals is they sustain us. And if they sustain you enough, and if the desire is there and the will is there, just keep working at them. And the law is that if you just keep on working at it and working at it and working at it, it's going to come true. The only thing is, it's a bit like going fishing. You cast your line into the water and you don't know when the fish are going to be nibbling. So why do fishermen keep on going back even though they're not catching any fish? Because they know if they just keep on doing it, eventually the fish is going to be nibbling. So get your desires, get those visions of the things that you really want to do, and cherish those ideas. So I'm just going to come back into the book a little bit. Okay. The greatest achievement was at first and for a time a dream. The oak sleeps in the acorn. The bird waits in the egg. I like that. The bird waits in the egg. And in the highest vision of the soul, a waking angel stirs. Dreams are the seedlings of realities. So when we put a seedling in, we have to nurture it, don't we? We have to water it, we have to feed it. And that's what we have to do with our thoughts. We have to nurture our thoughts. We have to allow them to grow and bloom. Sometimes we plant a seed and we don't know when that seed's going to germinate. That's what an acorn is, that grows into an oak tree. The mighty English oak tree, which all our battleships were made from many years ago. So stick with it. Stick with it. You're going to have things go wrong. You're going to have challenges. But from those challenges, that's where the growth is. So we shouldn't be trying to attain a specific material thing. It should be, who are we going to become by achieving those things? And that's the beauty of what you can do, what I can do, what I'm doing, is just keep on plugging away at the dream, at the goals, keep on working on yourself, keep on studying, and the more that you do, the greater the results you're going to get, the more confidence you're going to get, and the bigger changes that are going to happen in your life. You can have as many changes in your life as you want. Okay, I'm in my 60s now, and I'm going down a completely different path to the one that I was doing when I was in my 20s. Okay, age doesn't define you. What does define you is the thoughts that are going on inside your head. And too many people, in my opinion, just settle. Okay, it's not worth it. It's too much hassle. Just give up on the dreams. Don't give up on your dreams. Inspire your dreams, feed your dreams, and get them to work for you. Okay, there's a brilliant thing, a local lad, it was announced, I think it was last week, so I'm just going to name drop somebody here, young Connor Swift. And I can remember his girlfriend saying to me a few years ago at Volby Leisure Centre that her boyfriend had just signed as a professional rider with Madison Genesis, who were one of the top English teams at the time. I went, wow, that's fantastic. And then his career has blossomed and blossomed and blossomed. And he had a desire when he was at school, and he was going out with Sean when they were at school, childhood sweethearts, that he wanted to ride for Team Sky. His cousin Ben Swift was a rider with Sky, and of course you got Chris Froome there, and you had Cav there, and you got Wigo there, and Connor is going to be joining Team Sky from next year. His dreams have come true, and I just think that's wonderful, don't you? Yeah, that he's had that dream, he's worked bloody hard, he's done 3 Tours de France, he's getting married next month, him and Sean, childhood sweethearts, they're getting married, and his dreams have come true, and he's going to be a professional cyclist with what is now the Ineos Grenadiers, one of the biggest teams in the world of cycling. He had a dream as a young lad from Thorn. I just think that's remarkable. And there's loads and loads of stories like that of people who've gone out and never given up and just worked hard and just worked hard and stayed happy and stayed positive, okay? And they go out there and do things. Just on a little side, I know Connor's out in Australia at the minute. They're going to be racing in the World Championships for Team GB. So good luck, Connor, if you're watching this. I doubt it very much that you are, but if you do, have a good ride, son. And use Connor as inspiration. Look at other people around you who are doing inspiring things. It doesn't have to be sport, it can be anything. It can be in business, it can be in community things. But find somebody that inspires you. See what it is in them and start utilising that for yourself. And guess what? You can have really good things. I see Lee's watching. Hi there, Lee. You're a cyclist. You'll be dead proud of Connor as well. So I'm going to get gone now. And just keep on moving on. Keep that dream. Keep on building. And never, never, ever quit. Just keep on working. Speak to you soon.